Welcome to the instructional video for giving 4-to-1 positive versus corrective feedback. This is staple number 4 in the mutual space. Now, positive feedback recognizes the desired behaviors that we want to communicate and model, and corrective feedback should focus on the desired behaviors. So we should know that students are going to give us the behaviors that we give the most attention to. So if all we ever say is stop running, stop running, stop running, stop running, they're going to continue to run. They're going to want to push the buttons, right? So these are 3 tips to incorporate that 4-to-1 ratio into your practice. The first thing is you got to become aware of the positive versus corrective statements that you make each day. Now, some people actually give negative statements, and that's just stop running, stop running, stop running, right? But we want to change that up so that research tells us that if there was a study that was done in Pennsylvania, and it was given, several students were taking the test, and the more negative that the teacher and the expectations were provided to them, the lower the achievement. But the more positive ones, not only did achievement go up, but later when they were actually doing classwork, engagement went up as well. So it makes sense for us to create a more positive atmosphere, and it first starts with awareness. The second part is the phrasing of the commands. So we're going to have to learn how to rephrase things like stop running to walk in the hall, right? Again, that is the expected way that we want to do that. So the corrective version would be, let's walk in the hall. A positive statement would be, you know what, I like how Anthony's walking in the hall. Again, we're showcasing or we're focusing on the desired behaviors that we want to see communicate and modeled. And third, we're going to increase that 4-to-1 ratio over time. Again, listen, research tells us that it actually should be 7-to-1, but some people can't even do 2-to-1. So we want to start small and let's just do 2-to-1, right? So let's do 2 positive for every, again, corrective statement that we make. And over time, this is going to get more, you're going to get more used to it. But right now, a lot of people, again, are just in the more corrective, negative space. But we're going to help you to create that 4-to-1 positive versus corrective feedback. Now, where is the connection to the real education? Well, the relevant connection is that the positive feedback reinforces the skills and behaviors that you want students to be able to do, and they will continue to improve upon it. The empathy connection really comes in that the corrective feedback is delivered in a supportive and a constructive way. It's not what we call people start feeling like they're being aggressive with it or they're being condescending. But being able to do it in an empathetic way builds the students' autonomy and also their accountability on getting it done. Secondly, building that action connection, positive feedback can help build the confidence that we all need, quite frankly, and that motivation to actually do what we're asking them to do. And lastly, the lifelong connection is that it helps students develop a growth mindset and a desire to continue improving. Again, the more positive I am, the more I focus on their overall growth, then they're going to take that not only in the classroom, but outside as well for their life for the expected time. Now, again, we do have a staple that will provide you with a step-by-step script on how to be able to do this. And again, I will make it a little bit bigger for you. Just again, how to be able to track your statements over time. Okay, so and maybe have somebody do this, or you write it down. Just write down how many statements I made, what they were, right? And you have to be honest with yourself. But the more you do it, you'll get comfortable with it. And then, how can I change those specific statements to either be rephrased? Maybe I'm doing too many negative statements. Let's change those to corrective ones. And then let's find the positive in our students so that, again, that we're focusing on that and build that overall culture. This is giving 4-to-1 positive versus corrective feedback.